Hello and welcome to this video on factorising part 2. Today I'm going to cover trinomials, which are three-part expressions characterised by having a square, a number of letters and just a number of numbers at the end. Basically what we need to do is to find the numbers that multiply to give you the number on the end and find those factors which add up to give you the number in front of the letters in the middle term. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at 1 and 7. Okay, 2 doesn't go in, neither does 3, 4, 5 or 6. The next number that would go into 7 is 7. So I know that I have them all because I've written them down methodically. 1 plus 7 equals 8, which is the middle term. That means that my brackets are going to become x plus 1 and x plus 7. Multiplying that out will give you what you started with. X times x gives you x squared. X times 7 gives 7x. 1 times x, gives you the 8th x, and then 1 times 7 gives you 7. Here I have multiple options because I'm dealing with 12, so I have 1 and 12, 2 and then 6, 3 times 4, and 4 is the next one that would go in, so I know I've got them all. 3 add 4 gives me 7 that I'm looking for in the centre, so I'm going to have a 3 and a 4 in my two brackets, so x plus 3 and x plus 4. For this one, pause your video and then come back to me in a few seconds to see if your working matches mine. So I have 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 3 doesn't go in, 4 and 5. 5 is the next number, so again I know I've got them all. I'm looking for 9, and it's 4 add 5 that gives me 9, meaning that my brackets are going to be x plus 4 and x plus 5. Hopefully you got that right. What we need to watch out for are negatives. In the middle here I have minus 6x, so that means I need to find what multiplies to give me 8 and adds up to give me minus 6. Now remember, two negative numbers multiply to give a positive number, so that means that all the factors here are going to be negative. So I'm going to have negative 1 and negative 8, negative 2 and negative 4. Negative 3 doesn't go in, and negative 4 is the next one, so I have them all. So it's going to be minus 2 and minus 4. That means that this time my brackets, instead of being added in the middle, are going to be takeaways. So that's going to be x take away 2 and x take away 4, giving me my minus 2 times my minus 4 gives me my plus 8, my x times my x gives me my squared, and minus 2 and minus 4x gives me my minus 6x. Okay, so here we have a combination of that happening. I'm looking for the numbers that add up to give me 20, or multiply to give me 24 and add to give me minus 12. So minus 1 and minus 24, minus 2 and minus 12, minus 3 and minus 8, minus 4 and minus 6, minus 5 doesn't go in, minus 6 is there, I've got them all, and this is the combination here that I'm looking for. Minus 2 add minus 12 equals minus 14, so my brackets are going to be x minus 2 and x minus 12. Okay, fully factorised. Here I have something strange happening. I have a minus 6 on the end, so that means that at least one of my brackets has to have a negative, and it's a positive that's happening in the middle. So that means I need to find both the positive and the negative factors. So I'm going to have 1 and minus 6, minus 1 and 6. I'm going to have 2 and minus 3, and I'm going to have minus 2 and 3. got them all because I've gone from 2 to 3. The combination which is going to give me plus 5 in the middle is minus 1 and plus 6. So that means that my brackets are going to be x minus 1 and x plus 6. You can actually write the brackets down the other way because these two brackets are being multiplied together. And as you know, 1 times 6 gives you the same as 6 times 1. So here again, pause the video and see whether you get the same as I do. This time what we have to watch for is the fact that both of them are negative. So that means the bigger of the two numbers is going to be the negative number. So 1 and minus 12, minus 1 and 12, 2 and minus 6, minus 2 and 6, 3 and minus 4, and minus 3 and 4. The combination I'm looking for to give me minus 4 is this one here. So that means that my bracket is going to be x plus 2 and x minus 6. Hopefully you found this helpful. There will be a part 3 showing what happens when we put a number in front of the square term.